Okay, we're back. We are back. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Supreme Ambient Light Rejection Screen Paint using ambient light rejection technology gain. Oh, this is the easy part. And I'm going to be hanging back up my 126-inch screen, which I had to take down because screen used to be outside. It was working perfect. Everything was fine on the screen. Trust me. Paint was not cracking or peeling. None of that at all. Period. It's just that basically there was a point that I didn't cover the screen up, thinking it was okay, and some birds basically crapped on my screen, which I did wipe it off, and it was pretty cool. But bottom line, I could see my white marks on the screen, which I should have did a better job cleaning the screen because this stuff is basically you can wipe it down. But like I said, I didn't do a good job of it. So anyway, I had to repaint the screen and did that demonstration already. If you're curious to see that, I will post that onto the blah 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 on the bottom of this link, or basically not the bottom of this link, in the bottom of the description box. All right, so I got to get in here and I got to hang this baby back up. I already have my heavy ties already connected. Let me show you how my screen's hanging up too, so you can see this for a minute. So how my screen is hanging up is I have loop screws, as I told you, already installed right there. I put those in, not installed, and put right here. So that way I can tie my zip ties through. And my zip ties on the back of my screen, I have two zip ties on the back of the screen. That's connected to a bracket kind of rail system, for use for hanging your screens up. It's connected to the back of that. So all I got to do is remove the material out of the back of the screen, which is basically, it pads the bar. That's why you're seeing the hill in the middle of the screen. And then move my screen into this position over here, which I got to set my chairs up. My chair's set up for this. All right. So I'm going to take the padding out of the back of this. Anyone who missed this can go back and rewind. Take this out the back because I'm going to need this for the 35 over there. So I'll show you like really quick before I set this up. I'm going to grab the camera one hit at the same time while I have the screen. In the back of my screen, I have these zip ties put in right there, and that's what I'm going to be looping through to put the screen up. All right, so let's put this baby up. Make sure I got enough room here to do this. Yep. Make sure. Really, seriously? Hell falls off. Tries to nail the screen. All right, that's fantastic. All right, so I got to anchor this back in here, so I got to move that chair back, which I should have did to begin with. Would have been a smart move. Put the chair back some. Okay, get that out of the way. All the way over to the fourth corner, right there. And I should have enough room to bring it back into past the couch. Hopefully the sofa is out of the way far enough. And it isn't. Love seat. Okay, it's out of the way. Bring it down again. Let me see what I gotta do here. All right, so I gotta bring this up. I don't want to hit my wall. Just doing this. I'm gonna bring this up just a little bit. Bring this here. All right, what are we locking on now? There's nothing here to lock on. All right, that should be good. All right, now I gotta do is I gotta lift and put it back in place. I got lint all over my screen. No. Let me get that off because that's when we sit way up there. Got the bottom of it, but I'll break a window. There we go. Whew. Here we are. So I want to make sure this time I have it pushed all the way over. Well, I'm not seeing the windowsill. I think I caught my curtains too. I caught my curtains with the bottom. Oops, don't go nowhere. Don't you dare go anywhere. Let me see if I have a little bit more. Too far over. There we go. one. Let's see, we got one on this side. And that's two. So let me back up here a minute. Ooh. Make sure I'm clear on this. Right in the center, good. All right, so we'll lock my twist ties in. Here, there, twist ties right there. Man, whoever invented twist ties, I want to go back. If they're still alive, if they're not, I'm gonna get a time machine and go back and shake their hand. Man, best invention freaking ever. There. In place. We're locked in on there. Now that's all locked in and secure. You can basically push it up to make sure it's not going to slant. There we go. This is a little crooked. Let's see. Wow, we didn't do a good job zipping that one in. That is way out. Better. Man, that was too far out. I'll check that and make sure I got it a little tight. That's in there. No, that's good. I didn't tighten enough either. Alright, that's better. That's way out. There we go. I'm happy. All right, so shows up nice and tight. Everything's in good. Okay. Straight all the way down. Make sure that it's sitting straight, like it's flat. I want to make sure that it's not on a slant or it's not slanted out a little bit. That it's actually flat. Down. Perfect. That's perfect. Okay. I'm happy with that. Let's see. I can always come in and adjust to where I want it to be at. Good. That's fantastic. Yeah. Yeah, that's fantastic. It's going there right perfectly. Whew, man. All right, so that's done. Let me get everything back to order in here. So by having lens shift on the projector, most people would think that I would get a shadow casting from the lamp that's hanging down onto the screen. No. The lens shift is actually, the lens is actually pushed downward, but it's still filling out the entire screen. That doesn't even interfere with the screen. You'll see when I turn the projector on, you won't be able to see any of that. We got one on here. That's on our sofa. Alright, so let's see. Oh, that's on our sofa. Hang on. Oh, you might be off for a minute. Let's look and close these things. That we can switch. There we go. Wow. All right, shirt shipped to Sunday. All right. This up. All right. Big sofa back over. Let's see, where's the cords to this one? Okay, and this is the cord. Let's go there. It's there on its own. Two cords at one of those. Let's see what we got going on here. This goes there, that's powered into there. This is going where? Oh, there you go. Okay. I was missing the cord in there somewhere. Let's go to the top. Let's go to the bottom. There we go. There's the back one. Okay, that's good. Let me see, there's gotta clip those lines, gotta come out. Sure. Oh, okay. Ouch, what a freak. Oh. How do we find that one? Beautiful thing about lens shifts is the fact that you don't have to care where your screen lands at. Doesn't make a difference. It's gonna go right back in place because all you have to do is just move the screen over, and that's it. That's what I miss about having lens shift on the other projector. If it doesn't fit, I can just basically just move right into place. We'll bring this down a little bit. Here we go. There we are. All done. That's one down. Another one to go outside. Other one to go on 135 outside. Make sure my sound bar is up and going. And disconnect any cables when we're shifting stuff back and forth. Oh shit, I had the wrong stroke. Good. We didn't clip any cables. I'm moving it because I got a bunch of cables that run under my sofa. I want to make sure I didn't clip any of those. Of course, I'm missing the subwoofer. Where's the subwoofer at? All right. Subwoofer. Ah, thank you. Oh, this can't be my LED lights. This is my LED light. This is freaking amazing. These LED lights, I wonder if they are. Aww. Well, LED lights are coming, but it is my candy. Because I ordered candy from Amazon Pantry. Candy corns, yeah! My day is now complete. Alright, so that's finishing up and going. Let me see something for a minute. So make sure that can't come down. That's not going anywhere. Them zip ties, well, I'm telling you, heavy duties are nice. So that one's done. That's finished. It's the lounge area. I got to get online and order my my waterfall too, because that's going to go right over there. All right, so now all that's done. Go over here to the messy kitchen, which I can't wait to get that in order. And all my squirrels, my cat's fed. Everybody's happy, 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 joy, joy. Let that run for a little bit. And I'm going to come in here. Might get something up. Should be pretty well dry. Hopefully out front we're pretty well dry out there. All right, so that's all done. Let me get whatever it is in the middle of my floor. Oh, get out of here. This is the front. My air cleaning machine. That's not what it's supposed to be at. And it's nice and neat. Neat as a pickle. Don't worry about sneakers. I get those later on when I come back in. Yeah, I'm happy. All clean, nice and neat. All right, go on, move on to the next project. Oh, I can't wait to get this back to normal in here because this is driving me nuts now. All right, so let's come over here. Ugh, move you through all this mess. So I told you, when the screen dries, you're not going to have any white spots or nothing from the polyurethane. It's going to dry nice and clear. This is going to protect the screen from having that craziness, the screen bleeding out on you. So let me go test the screen, touch it, and see where we're at on this one. Use zip ties for this too. And maybe to catch a few golfers out here moving back and forth too. Make sure right there. Yeah, this boy that needs to be fixed. That's so smooth. It's wet. That's good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lift it up. I'm gonna pad the bar. So we'll do that first. Bar pad it. Not as good as it could have been. I want to show you something real quick. So, show you something real quick. So what I'm about to do is apparently I'm gonna have to stick a few cameras, maybe a big wide baby camera, right? Big one right here, right here. And I'll tell you why I'm putting that camera here. Because ever since they cut down the trees, these jokers are not supposed to play past this point right here, right? Because past this point means you run the risk of hitting somebody with a golf ball. So outside that barrier, right along there, that's where they're supposed to play. But eventually, more and more and more, I've been catching these jokers over in this area right here, playing golf, which means if you're shooting your golf ball, it's been landing here, it's been coming close to the house. So now I'm gonna have to put you on camera because, as I said before, I had a little conversation with one over there. I said, you got one time for that golf ball to break a window or hit me or whatever, and you'll be talking to my attorney. Now, you wanted to make a comment as you have no proof. I said, well, just look over. You see here on Candy camera right now. So that's what I'm going to have to start doing because, like I said, they're supposed to stay beyond this point right along in here, and they've been venturing a little farther, more and more and more. We got kids on the other side of the street that play over there. Last thing you want to do is get hit in the head with a golf ball. You know how hard a golf ball is, especially when it's being projected by somebody that's hitting at 100 miles an hour. You don't get nailed with something like that. So I'm going to put them on Candy camera since they want to break the clubhouse rules, because in the clubhouse rules, they're not supposed to go past these trees right here. They're supposed to stay within here, this area right there. I think that's a suspension automatically of your membership, suspension of your membership for a while. Because, you know, if I'm going to be moving into this house, I want to make sure I don't get hit with anything. And I want to know exactly what policies do they have over there that keeps these golfers from actually shooting balls this close to the property. But you get a few of them because the trees are cut down. They figure they can come in and play. And I noticed when I was hearing somebody talking, I was like, wait a minute, they're just a little too close. Sure enough, they was right over in here. So that means that ball landed right there because they were playing it through. So I'm going to put me a great big old camera up there. I'm going to call it the golf cam. Oh yeah, I'm going to label it. I'm going to label it the golf cam. I'm going to have it pointed right in their direction. So you feel the need, you want to hit somebody with, not a golfer, I feel the need to hit anybody with a golf ball, but you're not supposed to play outside that zone area. So they have a map of an area. We can see exactly where they're actually supposed to be at when they're playing. This keeps anybody from getting windows broken, getting their cars dinged, or anything like that by a flying golf ball because you're supposed to stay within the perimeter. All right, here we go. Oh, see I don't show you that too often. While we're on the porch, you get a chance to see it a little bit more. So over there, there's my feeding my my birds out there. Feed just about everything out there. I'll tell you one thing. In this neighborhood, I would not have your dog in the backyard. There are all kinds of things that go through this backyard at night. And if you're worried, I hope your dog got rabies shots. If it doesn't, you're going to have a personal Cujo on your hands. I've seen foxes. Actually, I've seen a fox on my driveway a few times. Raccoons, skunks, possums, just about everything. They come right into the fence. So there they are right there eating right now. I know you're not pretty interested in watching this. I got a camera going to be setting up for this pretty soon so people can see all the wildlife that comes into the yard now. So since they know this is a place to go eat, this is where they're at. They're going to Ken's place. Let's go to Ken's place. What? Ken's place? Yeah, Ken's place. Ken's gives out free peanuts and everything. Yeah, I go out and I make my own mix because before I was buying it and the places were charged a blue jay right there. There's a blue jay right there eating. But before I was making, like, they were charging me all this money for this bird food and squirrel food. So I bought some of it and I broke it down. I figured out what was in it. Yeah, sunflower seeds. They like corn. They love peanuts. Oh, they love peanuts, man. They love peanuts. So I started buying all these different mixes of different trail mix and mixing them together and make up my own blend. So now when I go out and feed them, this is what they get. This is where they go. I had red robins in here, woodpeckers. I told you one day I was in here, I saw a red-tailed hawk laying in the backyard. That was the most fascinating thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And it didn't kill anything. It just came in, ate a few things, and took off. I only seen it one time. Crows, we get a lot of crows in here. Crows don't stay long. They like the peanuts. They eat a few of them and they're gone. That's it. That's about it. I don't get flocks of them in here because at first I thought I would get an overrun of them, but I'll get a few that'll come in here and eat the cat food in the front too because I feed a stray cat. 2 stray cats in the neighborhood. I feed them too. Yesterday, one of the cats came up. I found him in the basement because I forgot to lock the basement door. And I come downstairs praying that it's not a possum or a raccoon in my basement because that's not going to be something easy to get out. They will fight you. But it was a cat. The cat was trying to feed. He came in the house. So I let him chill for a little bit and then he left out. So he doesn't trust me yet, but he's getting there. He's starting to roll over and play with me a little bit, but he won't let me touch him yet. So as soon as I gain his trust, I want to get him in here before the winter. And if I can't get him in here before the winter, I'm going to buy one of those little cat houses, the ones you can plug in. I got an outlet in front of the house where I can keep him warm for the winter time and I can still feed him until he trusts me. And then once I get him in, I can earn his trust. My friend said she'll take him over to the SPCA and get the shots and everything for him, get him licensed, and then he'll be in here with me. Of course, he'll get the room upstairs where I keep all my game stuff at. I'm just going to throw all that stuff in the attic and I'll make that the cat den or the lion's den. Yeah, we call it the lion's den. So hopefully he trusts me enough. I can bring him in. I can start taking care of him. But I've been feeding them right now. I've been feeding them this cat food. It's good for basically building up the immune system on the cat to make them healthy and stronger. That's what I'm doing a lot of research buying that different forms of cat food. I got that I don't know. I can't forget what kind I got. This is drying anyway, but this is what I get for them. Can't wait. I spoil little dickens out of that joker. And this is what I get them right now. This is what I'm feeding them. Get the good stuff. Yeah, this is better for his body right here to help him with his stomach, sensitive skin in his stomach. Right now, while he's out there in the street, he got to eat something that's going to basically help his immune system a little better. So that's what I got him right now. But he's starting to trust me more and more and more. I left the door open again. I don't leave it up too much because I said I got a box that'll come up to my door. But I left the door open. He came in as far as the fireplace and walked over there by the couch. That's as far as he went. And I try to get down low. I don't try to walk up to an animal standing up because then that makes them fear you. You got to come down to their eye level. So that's when they came down to his eye level. And he went out the door and played around a little bit and he disappeared. But hopefully he get to trust me. I would build a screen in his room and I would put nothing but fish on it all day long. That's pretty much probably what he would do, is just sit there and watch the fish all day long. There you go. So let's get this to dry. Yeah, the red robins, man. Get the red robins in here. And red robins are cool to look at. They really are. Bright red with a black face. Pretty cool. I know the odds. If I ever get an eagle that lands in my backyard, I would freak out, man. I was like, and then, of course, if anything like that ever happened, my camera would be dead. Usually that's when it happens. All right, so let's see. Got the screen already padded. That's good to go. I like watching the freaking red robins. They all eat together. Hold on for a minute to zoom in this. They got the whole package in there right now. There's the squirrels right now. They coming in. There's another one right there. Usually I'll get about 5 or 6 of them will come in. There's a group of them that come in. And I got this little, that's whatchamacallit I built for them. I built a little trough for them. They can go in and eat from the trough. Now, the sad thing about it is on Tuesday, this tree right here is going to be cut down. It has to be cut down because it's rotted pretty bad. You see that part right there in the middle of the tree? It was struck by lightning a long time ago. It should have been taken down then. That tree is dead on the inside. So bit by bit by bit, it's been breaking apart. So they're going to cut that bad boy right down to the stump. But they got plenty of trees here, like I said, to call home. But I'm going to basically build me a nice little, I'm going to trim all this down over in this section right here. Trim it all down nice and flat. And I'm going to basically build me a squirrel sanctuary over there, houses and all kinds of stuff. Little nice little area where they can go in and eat and so forth. So, yeah. I think a bird just pooped on my netting. All right, so this is my relaxed time, just sitting here watching this. But I want to bring a camera here and put it on live so you guys can all see it. Squirrels out there. And it started off by feeding one. That's how it started off. My company slowed down when COVID hit. I had nothing to do. And this would come up on the deck every day. He had a white patch behind his ear and I would feed him bread. After a while, he became we got a little cool with it. He would come up a little closer every day. And one day I was out there eating a sandwich and he came right up there on the table and I started feeding him the sandwich. That's the only one. If I go out there to feed him, all of them will run. He just sits there and eats. He's not really afraid of me. Some people might have seen him on camera. He'll come off that branch and he'll sit right over there. And I'll sit there like, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be up here. And he'll just look at me for a while and he'll take off. He's not afraid of me, which is good. All right. Snacking away. I keep feeding them like this. People gonna wonder why there's squirrels in the neighborhood the size of cats. But that's what I go online. I go online and I find all kinds of stuff that they eat that basically will build their immune system up, make them stronger. But not only that, make them better to survive the winter. So I think next week I'm going to be invested in probably about a good, maybe a 20-pound bag of acorns. It's right there. I don't know if you can see that right there. Oh, he moved. That's the water dish I put out there. They drink from the water dish too. It's beautiful to watch. It is. It's beautiful to watch. Just to watch them out there. I never was a person that was about wildlife like that until I started feeding that one joker. Now it's become like a whole new hobby. It's taking care of them. All right. Come on, Nature Jack. Come on, Nature Jack. Get on with the demonstration, Nature Jack. All right. They call me Nature Jack. All right, so we're just going to get the corners. We really need to get the corners. I don't think we really do, but just in case, we'll swabble. We got a good breeze out here today. This is going to be good. Soon it's going to dry even better. Woo! Yeah! We got a windy day. doing this. Corner's nice. The only time I use a paintbrush is I'm trying to get those corners. That's pretty much what I'm trying to do with those corners. And then you go back over with the roller and smooth it out. That's all. Should. Let me see something for a minute. I'm wondering if it's going to stick because I think the polyurethane is still wet. So I'm not worried about it. Again, little circle. Now, I don't want anybody getting the idea that they can paint the screen with a paintbrush. Don't do that. This is just me getting in those. Just make sure my pants are pulled up. Just me getting in those areas that are hard to reach that the roller can't get to. That's all. Don't paint the screen with a paintbrush, please. All right. That's it. I'm gonna put this in here. It's done. Let me get my roller. Come out. There we go. Okay, I'm seeing something already in the works over here. I'm gonna make sure I get this out of the way because this could cause a problem on my screen. Already seeing it starting to blow over. Any trouble from this? Get out of there. Okay, that's good. It's stuck. It ain't going anywhere. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Seen a couple of leaves on the deck starting to blow in that direction. We don't want that. Close call there. Alright. It's not gonna mess the screen up, trust me. You're gonna stop your roller and make a phone call. It's not gonna disrupt the screen and mess it up. I put too much. I say, don't take much, to tell you the truth. It really doesn't. Dry some, and it's keep coming out smooth down because I did apply too much. Who are you? Get in here. That's when people sit there and tell me that they don't have enough paint to paint their screen and they ran out. I'm like, okay, tell me something, tell me the truth, you know. There's no way in the world you're gonna tell me you don't have enough paint to paint the screen. This stuff goes on pretty heavy. Red coverage is very, very good. I've already put too much in. I'm going to have to do several rollovers to smooth it out a little bit. That's all. Somebody sits there and tells me they don't have enough. Nah. That's a bunch of hoppy crop. Hoppy crop. It's a bunch of hoppy crop. And dude, you painted that screen in every different direction. Doesn't make a difference. You can paint it any direction you want. It's not gonna mess with your screen. The screen's always gonna dry. Freaking smooth every time. That's pretty much it right there. So let me show you something. That's why when people sit there and tell me, you see me getting into those questions with people saying, oh no, I painted the screen, there wasn't enough paint. All right, sure. Move y'all right there for a minute. Now that's the gray screen. We were doing demonstrations on that before we painted it on a bigger screen. Let me go get something in here for real quick. You probably can screen say that's not black. I mean, that's not. Get this out of the way. So you pinch your dust on there. This is what's on my roller after painting the big screen out back. I want you to look at this. This is on my roller. What's left on my roller after painting the big screen out back. This is the excess paint that's left on my roller. To show you how much the coverage is on this technology. I'm telling you, didn't have enough paint. That's what was left on my roller. I painted that, but just what was left on my roller. So when someone tells me that they didn't have enough to cover a 140-inch screen, are you kidding me? This is what was on my roller. I was able to paint that with no problem. So that's how I know how much coverage. This stuff has a lot of coverage on it. So when someone sits there and tells me, it's why when you see me getting discussions with people and they say, oh, well, I had 2 quarts and I couldn't paint a 140-inch screen. Are you kidding me? Still got almost half a quart in there. Almost that, a little bit more than that left in there from painting the 135-inch screen. And whatever I had left over on my roller, I had enough on that to come over and paint this screen right here. And that's just what was left on the roller. So I know you had enough to paint a 140-inch screen. I test my stuff. That's why I love when people come in and they want to challenge me. If you think I do all this research on all these different forms of projection screen samples and projectors, when you think I would do demonstrations, I would know how much my paint would cover. I even go as far as the containers. Those containers right there, when I buy them, I fill them up with water. I got a video. I fill them with water, and I drop them off the side of that ledge right there. That's 11 feet up. I drop them off to see whether or not that container is going to bust. So if that container busts, it's clean open, that's a container I'm not going to buy, because what happens is somewhere along in shipping, even though if I mark these things fragile, there runs the risk of one of them things opening up. So I drop that container, not even taped up. I drop it off with no tape off the side to test them. So they're more fragile. Packages like this, usually they don't say anything heavy on top of, because they figure it could be jewelry, anything inside of a little package like this. And I got them marked as fragile anyway. So if you're saying that it was dropped and it busted open, nah, ain't going to happen. That's why I do all those demonstrations like that. I do my test. So I know if I can cover that screen with just whatever I have left on my roller, I know you're able to cover a 140-inch screen. The fellow made that comment. He didn't have enough paint. I know all the tricks in the book. One of the favorite tricks is basically they'll give a container to somebody else or split it with them, and they'll paint the screen with that one container, and then make a statement that's saying, hey, look, I didn't have enough paint to cover. Could you send me out another one? All right. I've been doing this for quite a few years, I know. So how do we know how much paint it takes to paint a screen? We do it quart by quart. So to paint a 120-inch screen, I had to do it quart by quart. I know it takes, I painted the screen already on, I painted it already, used to quart to paint this in 126-inch screen. So we did that one already. I did this demonstration right here using half a quart, painted 138. Even when I got a clear bottle, poured in and show you how much paint I had left over. Had about, I hit my roller touching me. I had about that much left over in there. That would have been more than enough to paint that right there. Then I come in here and I do a 138-inch screen, and I take whatever's left on my roller and I use that to paint this screen right here. Which now I got to figure out what I'm going to use that for in a demonstration, because that was a gray screen sample, but now that's going to be used for, I don't know. What the hell do I do with that? Nah, maybe. I'm not thinking about that one. I still got to put a trim around it so it can match my countertop. Yep. I know. That's what I do. When I do a 180-inch screen, I got to do it quart by quart to figure out how much it takes to paint that screen. Quart by quart. That's how I know. Then I got to make sure I have enough paint extra to do something else with it. So I know I have more than enough that covers the screen. It can't be quart by quart where people have to understand where it's just barely making it. That's not good, because some people may use more paint than others. So it has to be something where I can paint a 180-inch screen and maybe get a 50-inch screen, a 50-inch screen out, or a 40-inch screen out of it. Then I know that I have enough paint. Literally, if the person does waste some of it, spill some, whatever, there's still enough paint in there to actually cover that screen, because there's enough left over to paint a 30 or 40-inch screen after that when he's done. See, that's how I know. This is going to turn out quite nicely. When this is dry, I got to go over it again, because like I said, I put too much paint down. So I literally put too much down, and I got to go in and I got to basically smooth it out a little bit more. The fear, this is the fear already setting in already. This stuff right here, coming in from nowhere. Where are you coming in from? Like literally freaking cleaned out the entire freaking porch. I'm gonna have to come out here and sweep this porch down again. Apparently we still got some stuff blowing around out here. I'm not worried about that, because I'll just basically, that's it, that's done. All right, let me get something out here where I can smooth this down, and also too, I can sweep my floor down again. Make sure we don't have anything out there. The best time to do this is in autumn. Let me see, I'm gonna set you guys right here. I'm gonna go grab something right now. Put this, where I need to put this at. I'll put this back in here. I'm gonna come out here and sweep this up again. There's no leaves dropping down. That's not getting there. That's got to be coming off the porch. All right, this should be better. Much, much better. This is the most you guys. No. I forget. When I do live streams, you guys spend a lot of time out here with me. I'll just move it down. So. So all you do is let it dry for a little bit and just move it down. So just move it down some. An ongoing battle for me all day. Trying to keep stuff off the screen, otherwise it's coming from. It's been a headache for me today. Hopefully, don't get any more nonsense on here. What I should have did was I should have brought the screen inside and painted it, because this thing will fit right to the door, but it's a pain in the neck to get it in and out of the house. So hopefully I don't get anything else. I don't know where it could be coming from, to tell you the truth. Porch is swept up real nice. So I don't know where else it's coming from. And this is covering everything. So I'm gonna have to watch and see where it's flaking and where it's coming in at. Pieces here and there. See if there's anything else around here. There's another piece right here. About to fly into it. Okay, we're good. A little bit tighter right there. I might bring that back a little bit more on that side right there. So it doesn't do that much. Other than that, I don't think we're gonna get any more else on the screen right there. Whew, man. This is an average day for Mr. Bird. So, well, this screen's dry and done. Other one's finishing up. Hopefully I get my LED lights today because I still can't hang the screen up until I get the LED lights here. There's no point in basically strapping the screen in if I got to take it down again just to run the LED lights through. So what I'll do is, instead of basically coming back online over and over again, I'll just basically finish the whole thing out, and then we'll do a demonstration out there later on tonight because it's going to be warm out there, which means I can set the speakers up and everything, bring out the PS system, and have some fun with the LED lights flashing in the back of the screen. Of course, I don't think my neighbor's going to be too happy about it, but yeah, at least I don't have them on bright. You know what I mean? I can just basically push them all the way up and have them on bright, but I don't. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to keep them as dim as I possibly can, but I do want my LED lights in the back of my screen. I mean, the other screen was 126, one was 30. Actually, it's a little taller than me. You know, standing next to it's taller than me, but oh well, whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna get out of here real quick. I gotta finish up tidying up in the house a little bit more, and then if you're interested in getting the screen paint, let's see. Did I put any information in the bottom of this page? If I didn't, I just have to go back and do it through the cell phone. But you can get the screen paint on our website. Sorry about that, I'm tired. Get the screen paint on our website. Keep in mind the black and silver, that technology is out of stock. If you notice, you go to the website, you will see out of stock because there's just a few items that go into making that particular screen paint. The person we get it from will not be restocked until next month. So that's going to be out of stock until next month. As for the 3-quart kit, which, like I said, comes in handy if you're going to be painting multiple screens. That's pretty much what it's used for, is multiple screens. I got a screen here and I got a screen there. I got multiple screens throughout the house. If you want to set up like that, you come out a lot cheaper than getting that kit than basically spending $160 for 1 quart and $187 for 2 quarts. You get 3 quarts for around $217, and you get free LED lights, enough for around 36. I think it's 32, it's 16, 34, somewhere around that 32. I know it, but it's enough, trust me. It's 16 feet per roll. All right? So it's enough for you to have some fun with. And they are chasers. They're the ones that you can actually have lights chase each other around. All right, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. I got to go order more containers for the next set of orders that will be coming through. Thank you all for your time. You'll have a blessed day.